Hey guys, it's me Jennifer with healthycraftymom.com, and I think we're gonna call this car chats because I'm in the car, I'm driving, and I'm talking to you guys. So it has been a really long time since I filmed a video, and so we're gonna kind of talk about that. And I'm actually making a plan this time of scheduling in videos. So every Tuesday and Thursday now, I have a lot of driving time for my work, which we'll talk about why that is and why that's changing in this video. And so I think probably Thursdays will be the day that I film, just because Tuesdays are a little rough sometimes. By Thursday, like, the week is ironed out. We just keep getting like these kids who don't know the summer schedule coming in at the wrong times, and so Tuesdays get a little crazy. So probably every Thursday on one of these long drives where I'm by myself, I'm just going to be in the car in this orange shirt talking to y'all. Yeah, so with all that being said, let's go ahead and get into the video. So I guess first things first, where have I been? So I was on the verge of burnout. I probably was burnt out. At one point, I literally had a mental breakdown, and I was like crying for no reason, just because I was so tired. And most of it was mental, not physical. I mean, I was working. I realized that my former boss, where I was working, was there was a lot more physical activity required for that job, even though I'm doing the exact same job here. But there was a lot more mental stress, and just I was switching between different job roles. And so all this said, it is a blessing in disguise, because I ended up with an extra week off of work. It is a little financially straining right now, but we're getting on top of that, and just getting all of that in order. And so things should be getting back to normal. I just got my first paycheck today, so you know, all of that is kind of starting to settle down. So after my last video, I was going literally every day. I worked every single day in April. There were birthday parties and gymnastics competitions almost every single weekend. And then I worked Monday through Thursdays. And then there was parents' night out and this and that. And it really, I wasn't getting much time off. So I was tired and burnt out from my job, and because I was working so often. And then the last competition of the year happens, and my boss comes up to me and he's like, look, at all these meets, I've been talking to the owner of the gym across the street, and we're gonna merge. She's already promised that you're gonna be hired on, and I just keep looking at this hair and it is bothering me. I haven't got over it yet. My hair looks crazy every time it hits the light, but I had to put my hair up for work, and making videos. Focus. Sorry. So he comes up to me and is like, hey, we're merging gyms. Pretty much it was a buyout, not so much a merge, but it was more of a deal. If you buy this equipment, then I'm going to refer my gymnast to your gym type deal. So it was more of a buyout than a merge, but he was calling it a merge. So that's the terms my boss used. Anyways, so all this happens, and she just, for whatever reason, it was always something. She couldn't send the papers. So he was missing practices, and I was working extra hours to try to cover his classes because he was doing computer work and going over to the other gym and making deals and trying to get all of that figured out. I had parents asking me about it, and I couldn't really. Oops, that's wrong. I'm driving the wrong car. There's bird poop all over the windshield, and I couldn't see anything. Anyways, it was getting really bad. It was getting on my nerves. I needed to clean it. So it was just taking a really, really long time for her to sign the paperwork. She said, and it was just business, and she was trying to get the best deal, and I get that, but in the long run, she had already hired Corey. Corey gave her my information right away, my boss, and then it was just like I wasn't hearing anything from her. It took them forever to call, and then they set up an interview, and they said I was going to be talking to the owner. And then I get to the gym, and well, by the time they had called, I had already gotten a job offer at a different gym, the one that I'm actually working for. But I said, you know what, I'll go ahead and go in and talk to you. And so they told me that my interview is with the new owner, or the owner of that gym. It's not really the new owner, but the person who bought all of our equipment. So I go in, I ask for her, they take me to her office, and then she hands me off to somebody else. She's like, no, your interview isn't with me, and passes me off to someone else. The whole interview is very unorganized. I couldn't find, it was payday, the owner was trying to find the checkbook and couldn't find it anywhere. She couldn't, the front desk lady couldn't find a job application for me to fill out, and it was taking her forever to get me one. So it's just like little things like that that had me stressing, and just her not calling me back until the last minute. I really felt like she was playing games. So long story short, I took the other job. But it's a little bit farther away, not much. So I usually drive like 10 minutes to get to work, and it would have been about the same drive, and now I drive 20 minutes. So sometimes 30, because the place I'm working at has 2 gyms. So yeah, so I was going through the mental all this mental stress of trying to shut a gym down, trying to figure out what to do with all of the things that were happening, and then also trying to find a job on top of that. It was a lot. And so and then not getting a call back from this person, I really, I had to say goodbye to all these girls that I have been coaching for 5 years, and so that was a big emotional stressor for me. Some of the girls that were at the gym have been there since I started working, and so it was really hard to say goodbye to those girls and go somewhere else. But I mean, I am happy where I am, and that is why it is taking me a lot longer to get to work, and that's why I'm scheduling these car chats while I'm driving, because there's just going to be a lot of time driving places. Sorry, there is a ton of construction. I don't know what y'all can see. If you can just see me or see some of the construction stuff. But yeah, so I'm really focusing on the road. I'm not trying to ignore y'all, but yeah. So with all that being said, that's what's been going on in my life for the last few months. Then it's summertime, so most gyms have about close to the same schedule, but in the summer they let the teen girls usually go in the morning for gymnastics, and then the rec classes are at night. And so that's been happening, and at this gym as well. So just that is a huge blessing in disguise. I've been wanting to wake up earlier anyways, and so this has really been forcing me to do that. So that which is also on the note of like mental health, and is taking time for myself. So with this huge long story that I've been telling, I guess really the main point is that I've been taking care of work stuff and family stuff, and I just did not have time for myself, and I wasn't giving myself the time that I needed or the attention that I needed. I wasn't taking care of my health and prioritizing me like at all. I was trying to fill up everybody's cup, but I was running on empty. And so with all that being said, I am getting better about that. I am waking up earlier. I'm having a lot of time to myself in the car. I'm going to do a morning routine video pretty soon. And I'm going to have to do two, like one where I work and then another where I don't work, because my days look completely different. I work for 8 hours, but each shift is like 3 hours apart. So I work a shift, I go home, and then I work another shift. And so my routines are kind of a little bit crazy. But I mean, that's the life of a gymnastics coach for you. Like, any gymnastics coach is going to tell you that that's pretty much how the summer works. So yeah, I don't even remember what I was going on about this video. So yeah, I've been really like trying to schedule out my days and schedule out my time of days, and I'm going to, on Tuesday it's going to be for sale, and it is going to be the scheduling chart that I've been using. I made it myself, and so it's going to go up, and I'm working on the Etsy site right now and just trying to really perfect the calendar in an editable PDF for you guys that want to go ahead and see what I've been using and go and buy it. So I'm working on that right now. That's my weekend project, is to get that up and running, and when it is, it will be in the link in the description below. And I'm going to do like a couple different versions for you guys, so that way there's lots of options. So with all that being said, yeah, if you are in need of a monthly and weekly calendar, check that out. But yeah, I don't schedule it out. It's not getting done. And that's all there is to it. If it's not on my schedule, it's not happening. And so there's a quote that I keep hearing, and it's failure to plan equals is a plan to fail, or something like that. And I keep hearing it all the time from all these different YouTubers that I personally watch. And the two that I've been hearing it from, I'll post them down below. Their channels, I watch them all the time. I follow all their videos for the most part. One of them I did fall away for a while, just because of some personal stuff that happened to me in 2020. It made it really hard to watch her channel. And so so with all that being said, I'll post those people down below that I've been watching, and getting ideas to kind of help plan my schedule and kind of just get my life together, and the inspiration that the people that I've been using for inspiration for that, so you guys can kind of see. And then I'll have like a morning routine video coming out, I said, and also just one on all the mental health that I've been dealing with. I know I kind of touched on it on this video, but I wanted to just sit down and talk about where I've been and why I haven't been posting, and just tell you guys what's up with catch y'all up on my life. And so yeah, this is just a catch-up video to kind of say that I've missed everyone. I miss having people to talk to. Like, my big why on this channel and why I created it and started making videos, it's just that mom life is lonely, y'all. It is so lonely, and there are days where I really, really feel it, and I can't take it. And I don't know. And so when I was posting consistently and writing on my blog consistently, that's when I felt like the most connected to other people. We've been starting to go back to church again on Sunday, so that's been helpful as well. But yeah, we'll talk about all of that in my post about just burnout and anxiety and all the stress that I've been going through, and then what I've been doing to help make all that better. And with all that being said, I think I've covered everything that I wanted to talk about today. So I will see you guys next week in the same shirt, because we're required to wear orange shirts every Wednesday. So I will see you guys next week in my orange shirt at my new job. We're driving home from my new job. And yeah, if you like this video, like it. If you have any video requests, things you want to see, put it in the comments below. And if you want to see more videos from me, don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time.